Hey there guys, this is Michael from Painting War Games. Today's going to be a little bit different video. I've been watching some videos on a channel called Fritz 40K, and I've just been watching a video that says how to win Warhammer 40K tournaments, tactics. And it's a relatively long video. Um, so I've been watching that, and today we're going to do a little bit different in a video. I'm going to be sort of doing a video response to Fritz. The model you see before you is the new Eldar Farseer plastic model that I made for my Eldar my Eldar army that's growing very slowly because I've been painting for other people and working a lot. So, but with that said, I'm a frequent to the tournament scene. Is whenever I get a Saturday off, because they always hold them on Saturdays over here in the St. Louis area, I go. Or if there's a tournament that I really want to be hyper competitive and I really want to win, I go. As far as the tournament scene goes here in St. Louis, there are three types of players here. And to spell out to you, there are the hyper competitive guys, the guys that win at all costs. They find a codex, they will break the codex, they'll find the best units, they'll spam them, they don't care, they're there to win to get the loot. Then there the guys who are playing to have fun, that are painters mainly. They do conversions and they're just there to show off their work. And then there's the third group, which is a mix of the both, and that includes me. I'm a painter, and I like to win. Now, with that said, I personally, in the group that I am in, I lose a lot against the guys I frequently play. That because the guys I play are a part of the first list. They are the hyper competitive. They're going to play at all costs. They don't care. These are the best units. And I look at my armies and I say, I'm going to play units that I like to play. Particularly with Necrons. Necron race with Destroyer Lords. I see other Necron players and they play Royal Courts and they stay away from the race, and they take barges and they take Doomsday Arcs. They will not play any of the fast attack choices, and I love race because they have a 3+ invul. They hit hard. You put a Destroyer Lord in there, he hits hard too. So, this is sort of the meta game that I'm in, is where I'm in that group that loves to paint, because let's face it, I'd love to be painting full time, but it's just simply not there right now. And I love to play, and I don't mind losing because I'm having fun. Those guys in the first group, the competitors, I call them, if they lose a game, they're not having fun. If they win a game, they're having fun. And if they win a game by destroying your army and theirs is still left standing by a vast number of points, oh yeah, that's the cream of their day. They prefer to win no matter what. Guys like me, we're there to have fun. And the painters and the modders, man, they're there just to show off their works, and they get some insight of what's going on and what's sort of popular right now. So, with that said, my Eldar army, like you see the Farseer, it's going to take a while for me to get going. My Necron army, I play race. I play Destroyer Lords. I play Mortals, and I play lots of warriors, and I play annihilation barges and night sights. I get a lot of crap from people saying that annihilation barges are horrible, and my argument to that is that annihilation barges are good for their point cost. They're 90 points, I think. Yeah, annihilation barges are good for their points because not only do they have quantum shielding, They have Tesla Destructors. It's a 4-shot twin linked, and if you roll a 6 to hit, you get 2 extra shots. Sure, it's strength 7 with no AP, but I mean, come on, it's strength 7. I've taken down flyers with that thing before because it's twin linked. Because you roll 4 dice and you don't get any 6s the next time, so you roll all 4 of them again, and maybe 1 or 2 of them come up 6s. So then that's 4 hits at strength 7 on a flyer. Pretty impressive. You know, it's only 24-inch range. It's still that way, and I use the night sights that way. People say, "Oh, the Doom sights are better." That Doom beam or Death beam, whatever it is, for 75 points ain't worth it because I already got the Tesla Destructors on there, and a flyer zoom up behind another flyer from the side and lay waste to another flyer with potentially. I generally roll to hit. I always get probably 1 or 2 6s somewhere in the mix of trying to destroy a flyer. And I generally come off with 4 to 5 hits on that. And that's 4 to 5 strength 7 hits on a flyer. Most flyers are armor 11. You know, I believe the Helldrake's armor 12. So, still got a good chance. There is no armor 13 flyers yet, as far as I'm aware of. And when that day comes, I'll be playing Space Marines again, and I'll be playing the Storm Talon because it's got las cannons on the side of it, and I need that extra punch to get through those. So, another thing that I like playing in tournaments, and and at the beginning of 6th edition, it was real big, and now, you know, we're about a year and a half into it, was at the very beginning, Aegis defense lines were huge. And now, even with my list, I'm starting to not use them. And it's because Aegis defense lines, they're good, but they scream, in my opinion, they scream, come get me off this. Because I would run a 20-man Necron warrior group and sit them in that Aegis defense line. And most times I'm playing objectives, so I put an objective behind there. And to my opponents, it screams, come and get me off this. Do whatever you gotta do, get me off this, because this is the one objective I don't want you to have. So, in recent tournaments, I have yet to bring an Aegis defense line. And there's a big tournament coming up here in about a month for me. It's a tournament, they're going to have 4 of them. I call them the Titan tournaments, because if you get in the top 3 of one of these 4 tournaments, you go to a 5th tournament, and you get to play the top 3 places give you Forge World items. The first one is a Warhound Titan. The second one is going to be Horus Heresy Book 2, from what I remember, and the third one's going to be the Imperial Armor Aeronautica book. It's all Forge World. I don't have access to Forge World that well because I make minimum wage right now. So yes, I love it. And who knows? I've got a very good 1,500 point Necron list that I'm loving. That I'm actually going to go be playtesting here tomorrow against the guy who's hyper competitive against me. He plays Chaos Space Marines. He never likes to lose, and I've beaten him a handful of times over the course of 4 years. So yeah, I'm going to bring this list. If I can find it. So, let's see. Got my... Yeah, there it is. I'll just say it out to you guys. I might put it in the description. I'm not sure. I'm bringing 2 Destroyer Lords with Supplemental Weave and Mind Shackle Scarabs. I'm taking 2 15-man Necron Warrior Squads. A 10-man Necron Immortal Squad with just the standard Gauss blasters. I'm taking 2 Night Sice. I'm taking 6 Race, 3 of them with Whip Coils, and I'm going to put the 2 Destroyer Lords in that group. Destroyer Lords have a 2+ save, but the Race have a 3+ invul. So they're sort of like my moving cover. Because time and time again, and you'd think I'd learn by now to buy 6 more Race, but I haven't. My opponent is going to target the Race, and I always put the 3 that don't have the Whip Coils up front first. Because because those guys are going at initiative 2 anyways against initiative 4 Marines or something. And they will constantly, the race will take the firepower and go down, and that's okay with me. They're used as a movable shield, just to get my lords up to that spot to where they can either blow up those land raiders or those tanks, or take out that really expensive group of Space Marines, Honor Guard. I mean, they hit hard, and my Necron Destroyer Lords, they love to get back up. The last game I played, one of them got back up 3 times, the other one got up 4 times with Ever Living. And man, I tell you what, that's just amazing. I've never seen that happen. They just wouldn't go down. They kept on getting back up with 1 wound because they're tough, and they're toughness 6, which is amazing. I'm going against regular Marines and they're tough and they're strength 4, and they need 6s to hit me, and it just wasn't happening. So, to finish out the list, I'm taking 2 Annihilation Barges. One of them with the Tesla weapon on the bottom. What is it? It's called a Tesla cannon on the bottom, and then the other one I'm taking with the Gauss cannon. Both Annihilation Barges are 90 points. I have one of each for the bottom weapons, just to have some fun. But I mean, I really don't have any anti-air in this list, except for my 2 Night Sights. And what's really cool is I do not put my guys in the Night Sight. Unless, traditionally, I use the Night Sights just as a flyer. It's a cheap 100-point flyer. And that is to just have a flyer that's relatively good. It's, it's got 3 hull points, armor 11 all the way around. It's pretty good. It's 100 points. It's cheap. It's dirt cheap as far as flyers go. I know really the hyper competitive guys I saw in a tag tournament about a month and a half ago. It was how many points? I think it was like 1,000 to 1,500 points a player. So it was like 3,000 points for all of us, or something. It was 3,000 points aside. Yeah, the guys brought 2 Helldrakes apiece. So they had 4 Helldrakes, and of course they got the top spot because no one saw that. I saw 2 Riptides. I didn't see Eldar because this was right after Eldar launch. It had been some time. I didn't see any Wraith Knights at all, and I thought of a cheesy way to run 4 or 5 Wraith Knights in a list, but in a 1,500 point list. But it's only like 5 models, and granted it's cool and all, but still, it's a little cheesy in my opinion. So, Assaulting in 6th edition, I don't believe is dead because I love to play it. The guy I play against who got me into the game, he's Chaos Marines. He loves Khorne Zerkers. He loves Assaults. But I think as far as like the metagame goes, Assaults are dead. Vehicles are making a comeback to a slight degree. I haven't seen Dreadnoughts in a while. I personally don't field them in my Space Marine army anymore. I use them as suicide bombers with drop pods, and then I started focusing elsewhere. So I know this video is getting a little long, guys, but I still got another point to make. And I can't remember that now, but oh yeah, for assaults are coming back. Because I play them, my guy who got me into it plays them. Shooting is still the way of the game, and plasma is here to stay. Fritz said it best. 6th edition is the rise of plasma, and it really was. Surprisingly enough, I don't see a whole lot of Dark Angel players in my area, because Dark Angels have the plasma bikes, they got the plasma Terminators, they got plasma everywhere. Granted, it's not cheap, but I know that they're the plasma-based Space Marine army. And you would think that they would do that. But they chose Chaos Space Marines. And ironically, for all the stuff that's been going on and all the talk I've been hearing, I'll tell you this, man. As far as GW goes, They did not give Chaos Space Marines enough love. I'm still waiting on my Chosen models as a box set of 5 to 10. I'd love to see Chosen models because the ones that came out in the Dark Vengeance set were amazing. The Dark Vengeance Chaos Lord, why don't they reproduce that? That thing would sell. I would buy 10 of them, just so I could paint them and have different versions of them. Where's our Hellbird as far as Chaos Space Marines go? You know, we want that Hellbird. I would field it. People say it's trash. It's a Dreadnought. I would field it if I could give it Laskins and a Thunderhammer, and I can't. But they don't have the model that says that. Where's our new Chaos Space Marine models? I say that because Tactical Marines just got a complete upgrade because of their new grab weapons. But where's our new Chaos Space Marine models? You know, shine them up a little bit. You know, give them a couple new weapons in there. You know, hell, put a heavy weapon in there. Put a Laskin or something in there, so we have a choice. Where's our? Here, I'm going to throw this one out there. Where is our Plague Marines in plastic kit instead of your crappy fine cast kits? I would love to see a 10-man Plague Marine box set in plastic instead of the 7-man Plague Marine set in fine cast. Because I personally don't like fine cast. If I want resin models, I go with Privateer Press or I go with Forge World. I try to avoid fine cast as much as possible. And with that said, I'm going to put a new model in here. And this is the fine cast version of the Spirit Seer. Ironically, this is, you know, later on in their lifespan where they've actually gotten fine cast to work relatively well. And I love that model. It looks cool. I had to wash it a lot, but other than that, didn't have a whole lot of bubbles. Actually put together really well. But I mean, that's my beef with Finecast, you know, particularly with the lack of love for Chaos. Because as we all know, Space Marines just launched. They got Vanguard veterans, they got Centurions, they got Stern Guard models. You got all these really cool looking models. Dark Angels got a Terminator set that was really amazing. They got some bikes, so I'll give Dark Angels some love. Their flyer is crap because I don't ever see it, and I don't personally believe it's that good anyways. But Space Marines, GW is a Space Marine company, and I know I'm rambling a bit now. But yeah, Space Marines, GW loves them because that's their bread and butter, and that's how they make their money. Xeno armies are sort of a taboo in their opinion and how I perceive them. And I'll watch this video will get ripped down because someone said, you know, heard me talking about GW in a bad way. But oh well, you know, I love their paint range. I love their plastic models. I love their product, fine cast, and the way that they produce models and how they release models is an entirely different subject for me. So guys, like I said, how to win tournaments, and I know this is going a bit long. We're up at like 18.5 minutes now. But how to win tournaments, have fun. It doesn't matter who you're facing, have fun. As long as you're having fun, you're going to make your army list work. You're going to find ways to use your models in ways that the hyper-competitive players never thought of. Because they look at it from a rule standpoint, and they look at it on paper. They say, this model can do X, so I'm going to make it do X. Well, not every model has an X. Well, every model has a good point to it, and it's made to do one thing. But lots of models, and I'm saying basically the entire range of Warhammer 40K, and that's a lot of models. Every model has more than just one use, and is good at stuff. Good is good at more than just one thing. Tactical Marines are the example. They're supposed to be the jack of all trades, and I believe that they are. You just have to use them in the right way. You know, for a long time, librarians were null and void. You know, they weren't around. Librarians have made a comeback in 6th edition because of their psychic powers, and I believe psychic powers were big in 5th, Just people didn't want to see them for what they were worth. So yeah, I mean, have fun with your armies. Have fun with your units. Use them in ways that your opponent wouldn't think so. Try to give yourself the advantage, but you don't always have that outcome. But have fun. If you lose a game, learn something from it. I live day by day saying if I haven't learned something today, then it wasn't a good day. And I go to work every day. I go to work and I'll learn 2 or 3 new things to help build myself or to help build the knowledge I have. So, all right, guys. Well, this is Michael with Painting War Games. I'm signing out. Again, if you guys need a quote, email me at paintingwargames@gmail.com. Have a nice day and keep gaming.